Good morning, everyone. Thought I'd take today to show off the modification to a little Bluetooth for cooking while driving. As you can see, I've upgraded the underhood inverter. It is now my 750 watt unit, which is what I'll need to be able to run some of the appliances I'd like to run. And I went ahead and have run a power cord here, as you can see, so that I can have the unit on while I'm driving and cook essentially when I'm driving around. Now what I did was simply get a 15-foot extension cord. I think it's the ratings are on here. It's 13 amps and it'll handle up to 1,625 watts. I think it was like 16 gauge or something, 14 or 16 gauge, but anyhow it's like $10, $9.95 or something like that from Walmart. And I basically wanted to make sure that it could handle the wattage, which is 1625, but the maximum I'm planning on outputting from here is 750, maybe 1500 with the surge. But this cable should be able to handle it. It's designed for outdoor use, and essentially I brought it here, dropped it down through the engine bay here. Then I went underneath. I don't know if you can see it, but underneath there I zip tied it, and then I brought it back up through here. See, this is where it goes under. I don't know if you can see it under there. I'm going to try to show it. I don't know if I can't really see what the camera's seeing, but I zip tied it down there, then pulled it up through here. Here, I don't know if you can see it came up right here from underneath the vehicle. And then I ran it under here, under the baseboard. Now this baseboard, if you have a Grand Caravan, it just snaps up. There's like little metal clips that hold everything in. And on the end there's like a little bracket that holds it there and here, on this end here. But I pulled it up, stuck the cable in there, ran it all along, out around here, around the side here. And then continued and went on this side underneath, so it's kind of hard to see here, and went all the way back out here. You can see the cable right there coming out, and then I ran it to the back of the vehicle underneath my my bench system. I don't know if you can see that over there. I ran it up to my multi-plug outlet here and plugged it in. But as you can see, I have the multi-plug outlet. I have a plug right now that I plugged into it. And what that plug is an extension cord to run power back up towards the cab of the vehicle. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can cook from the front of the vehicle while I'm driving. And there's a switch here to turn it on and off, as well as the switch that I have to turn on for the inverter up front. Oh, while we're back here, let me go ahead and give you a quick tour here of what I've done to a little Bluetooth sleeping system. If you've been following along, then you've heard that I broke up with my girlfriend due to some personal issues. So I've converted Little Blue for full-time living for a solo traveler. And what I've done essentially is took the bench system, and as you can see, you can just lay one of the boards across there and make a platform. And what that does is leave this whole other side here for the bathroom. So now the emergency bathroom can be set up for use whenever you need it. And it'll sleep one person comfortably. For the mattress, I basically doubled up the seats, you know, the cushions for the seat. So it's actually got 2 layers right now, and a sleeping bag on top of that. I tested the system out last night, and it was okay. I was able to sleep through it, and you know, it wasn't too bad. But I think I'm going to go ahead and add another layer of sleeping bag just to make it more comfortable, because I have some back issues. So the plan will be to add another layer of sleeping bag, and it should be super comfy. Other than that, everything went pretty well last night. Let me show you some other stuff here that was used. I don't know if you can see under here, but that is what remains of the homemade air conditioning unit that I made last night. Essentially, it's a cooler, $2.25 cooler, styrofoam cooler that I purchased from Walmart. And I cut a hole in the top to point my 12-volt fan into. And inside the unit, I basically have ice and water. And how it works is the fan, the 12-volt fan, blows down into the unit and blows out, like on the end here. You can't see it here, but I have it on another video, which I'll add to this one here that shows me actually using the system at night. But it basically blows cold, wet air at you. It's not as cold as an air conditioner, but it does cool you down enough to make it bearable to sleep in here at night when it's hot. And I think it cools you down more than just a fan blowing at you, because it's blowing cold air at you. I have a regular lamp here with LED bulb, which I use to light up at night, although I may get rid of that and opt for a simple push button. It's nice to have the lamp because it makes the room, the caravan, the bedroom seem homey. But I think space-wise, and you can see I have it laying here, I'm going to get rid of it. I've been lucky that even though my girlfriend and I have broken up, she's giving me time to basically adjust to moving out and letting me spend the summer in the house still, so that when my son comes to visit, he'll have a place to stay over. So I've got probably another 5 or 6 weeks left of on-grid living, and then after that I pretty much go full-time off-grid. I'm taking advantage of this time right now to fully rig and test out the various units inside Little Blue 2, so I'll be bringing you along. And also am searching for places to camp and whatnot, other than, you know, at Walmart, which is where I am right now. I don't know if you can see here, I'm at the Walmart parking lot. This version of Little Blue is going to be designed to be the car go by there, motorcycle actually. Basically, this version of the vehicle is designed for full-time living and should be able to handle off-grid living for maybe a week at a time, or at least that's the plan. I'm in process of doing tests right now to see what I need to carry with me and how long I can actually survive out there. I'm going to be doing another video here shortly, as soon as I finish this one up here, which will show you some possible camp locations that are pretty cool around this area of Palm Bay, Florida, if you happen to be here. And right now, we'll be going along for a ride as I prepare to try to cook using the inverter. You can see I have my trusty rice cooker there. I added the water, and I have plugged everything in. There's the cable, see the extension cable that we had at the back of the unit, the back of the vehicle. It runs up here, and I have my rice cooker plugged into it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start up the car, start up the inverter, and then try to get the rice cooker cooking. As you can see, I've started up the vehicle, so now what I need to do is hook up the inverter. I have my positive, which will go to red here, and I have my negative, which will go right here to the negative. Whoa, markings look normal. Try to get it that way. Alright, so I have it hooked up. Now I simply need to turn the unit on. Okay, unit is on. The battery's at 13.8 volts. The inverter is on, which means I now have 120 volt output. Right now nothing's being drawn from the inverter. Come over here. Okay, clear this back here. I need to basically flip the switch on here for this. Okay, my circuit here should be live now. Actually, let me double check here. Yeah, you can see the light is on there, so it is live. So that means this outlet's live, which means the plug that I plugged in should be live. And so let's go look at that and see if the rice cooker has started cooking. Okay, my rice cooker, I don't know if you can see it here, the light is on. Right here, the light is on, so it is cooking. I had already added water and stuff for the rice, so it should be cooking right now. So I will continue this experiment. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and drive, and while I'm driving I'm going to be making another video to show how to get to this really cool camp area here in Palm Bay if you happen to be passing through. But for now we'll let the unit cook and basically see if this works. Oh, while I'm at it, let me point out that I have this cardboard box because that rice cooker, if you don't have something anchoring it in place, it will tip over and spill, as I've done earlier. It spilled and made kind of a mess in the car here with rice, so having the box there to hold it in place should prevent that. Okay, I was getting ready to just close my hood and drive off, and came up to the front and noticed that the inverter is only pulling 21 watts. And I know that the rice cooker should be pulling about 300. So that means the rice isn't cooking right now, even though it's pulling power. And then I just realized it's because I never set the rice cooker on cook, so it's on warm right now. So something to keep in mind if you end up setting up a similar system and use a rice cooker. Right now the rice cooker is on warm and not cooked. So what I need to do is flip the switch down. Okay, so it went red down there. I don't know if you saw the light down there. It's on red, which means cooked now instead of warm. And as you can see, the unit is now pulling 307 watts, 308 watts, which is what it should be pulling for the rice cooker, because it's rated at about 300, 350 watts or something like that. So we're well within the range of 750 watts maximum. I'm going to go ahead and shut the hood and drive the car to a cool camp location that I'll be sharing with you on another video. So hopefully you'll continue the ride with us, or with me.